you could see the future, could you make money? Well, of course you could. There's 4 shocks in the US election that could change the markets dramatically. I'm going to give you those, and I'm going to give you what I think is going to happen to the markets over the next 12 months. And whilst we think it's a long way away, 5th of November, the fireworks for sure, 2024, actually on the way to the election is when you get the volatility, not just when the election happens. So what's my 4 shocks? Leave a comment below. If you've got other comments that you think or other shocks that you think are going to occur. My biggest one is Trump goes to jail. Could it happen? Well, many people, political commentators, and indeed lawyers are looking at it going, could it really happen? 91 different charges, 4 separate cases. His lawyers have desperately tried to put the cases off till after the election, but they're going to be happening in the next 12 months. What happens if Trump is in jail? Nobody knows the answer to that question. And of course, you've already got a divided America. Right now, Trump is leading the polls. Seems surprising to people living outside the US, but that's the fact. But number 2, the second shock, is an independent starts to gain traction. Already we've seen Robert F. Kennedy start to gain some traction. He could get as much as 20% of the vote. And who does he take it from? Does he take it from Biden? Perhaps that would be natural, as he is a Democrat, but he's actually taking votes away from Trump as well. Does he actually gain steam? That would be a shock, but it's not impossible. Number 3, you could actually see ill health or something worse happen to the leading contenders. After all, Biden, by the time the election has taken place and he got back into power, if it happened, would be 82. Donald Trump would be 78. What if there was ill health or something else happened to these older candidates? What then? And well, of course, we've got vice presidents, but do you really want one of those vice presidents? Or again, does that lead in favor of perhaps the independent? And then 4th, you've got an escalation of war. Again, it's not impossible as we look at the world as it is right now. What impact would that have if America got even more involved? It would definitely have an effect. There's no question about it. Okay, what am I saying as we go towards these events? Because, as I've said, don't think it suddenly happens when the election occurs. It happens all the way on the way to the election. Well, first of all, you've got to be diversified. You've always got to be making sure you're in the right sector. And when these types of events are going to occur, there's definitely going to be volatility in the market. That actually means opportunities for the wise investor. Always talk to a financial advisor. Right now, I still like tech. I like particular companies, and if you follow me, you'll see the ones that I particularly like, and there's videos on those. I still like energy, so there's lots of traction there, and particular banks, I believe, can actually gain in these markets. If you watch out for my videos, you'll see what I think are the best investments, but don't be apathetic. Don't sit on the sidelines. Fear and sitting on the sidelines is the biggest cost. In other words, if you sit there and don't do anything, actually costs you more money than buying, investing, and getting into the right sector.